you going? Stay away from me. You can't run from me, Ava. No, no. No! It's 3 a.m. Again. For the last couple weeks, Ava has been seeing these dreadful nightmares. Why is this happening to me? She felt horrible. Her heart raced. Her body ached. She didn't know what was going on with her. She had school tomorrow. But she was so exhausted from these restless nights. Catching the few hours of morning sleep, Ava got up to the sound of her alarm. Why is this so tight? When she came downstairs, she saw her dad smiling at her. Wow, you're glowing recently. Glowing? Yeah, up and early, been sleeping well? I wish. Ava quickly had her breakfast and ran out the house to catch her bus. Am I really glowing? She was startled by a push. She turned to see her friend, Chloe. What's up? I'm alright. You look a little different. Have you been gaining weight? What? No. It's just this baggy sweater. All my clothes are in the laundry, Ava said. But deep down inside, she had started to feel the change as well. You wanna go get some breakfast? I'm starving. Yeah, sure. She had even been having these strange cravings. She was hungry almost all the time. And at the same time, she also felt nauseous. What happened? Are you okay? Chloe, I think I'm gonna be sick. Ava threw up almost 2 times in the nurse's office. Your temperature is a little high. I contacted your mother. She'll be here in a while. Thank you. It was midday when her mom picked her up from school. As they rode back, she was nervous. She was getting a bad feeling in the pit of her stomach. Is your stomach hurting? Seems like you got food poisoning. What did you eat? Yeah, maybe it was because of the cafeteria food. Don't eat out for the next few days. I'll pack your lunch from home. As her mom stopped at the gas station, refilling their tank, Ava stared into the BII-11. Should she just buy one? Just to be sure? Mom, I think I'll go get a gum. All right. Did you get your gum? No, they didn't have the one I wanted. Oh well, let's get home. You need rest. That evening, Ava nervously took out the pregnancy test. It had to be negative. There was no way she was... No, but she had to be sure. Come on, come on. Positive? How can it be positive? As Ava stared at the test, she felt like her heart would leap out of her chest. Can this even be possible? I've never even been with anyone. What is happening with me? And if I'm really... What am I going to do now? Pacing anxiously in her room, Ava went to her window and looked out. Across the street. She stared at his house. This all started since the day he moved in. Ava Parker is 17. She went to the local high school. lived with her parents in this small, quiet neighborhood in McCall, Idaho, and was a simple teenage girl. Her life was going fine until the day she came home from school and noticed someone had moved in 2 houses down across the street from her. He looked like he was in his late 20s. He was handsome, but there was something strange about him. As they met each other's eyes, Ava started to feel uncomfortable when he wouldn't look away. Why is he staring at me like that? Although Ava didn't think much of it at first, she soon started to notice him watching her. In the mornings, coincidentally, he would leave the house the same time she did, and they would cross paths. Is he checking me out? When she would be at home, she would sometimes spot him watching her from his window. And sometimes she even spotted him at the park or outside at the cafe where she met up with her friends. Great, he followed me here too? Who? He moved in 2 doors down last week, and he's literally been staring and checking me out. A creep. Chloe searched the streets. Don't look, he's gonna know we're talking about him. Creep? I think he's handsome. I wish he was my neighbor. Trust me, you wouldn't want to be in my place. It's getting freaky. Last night I saw him staring into my window. Secret admirer? Maybe he's just shy. He's probably 10 years older than me, Chloe. More like a stalker. It just wasn't that Ava had caught this guy staring and following her around, but she noticed he had a hobby of gardening. What was strange about it all was that it was the middle of winter. Who plants flowers at this time? But stranger, the plants actually grew. His front yard was blooming with these bizarre black roses. It had snowed heavily one weekend, and Ava was at home. Ava, I think it's gonna snow again. Can you sprinkle some salt out on the front yard? All right, Mom. Grabbing the salt bucket from the garage, Ava started scooping it out onto the path. When suddenly, she heard someone by the front gate. Ava immediately tensed up, seeing it was him. And in his hands, those roses. Hello. Hi. These are for you. For me? Yes. I saw you looking at my flowers, so I thought you might like them. I've never seen flowers like these. These are snow roses. They're truly unique. They only grow in winter. I'm Brahms, by the way. I'm Ava. Awkwardly, Ava took the flowers in her hands. Ouch! She pulled away, noticing a drop of blood. My bad. I forgot to cut off the thorns. Let me help you. Brahms quickly took out his handkerchief and wiped Ava's finger. It's all right, I'm fine. Hold on, do you mind if I take these? Brahms took the roses and with his pocket knife cut off the thorns before handing her the bunch again. I'll see you again. With that charming smile, he left. But Ava was creeped out by him and his flowers. What was it? He was trying to flirt with her? Strange. And that was the first night Ava saw him in his dreams. No, No, please, leave me alone. Let me go. There's nowhere to go, Ava. You belong here now. No, no. The dream petrified Ava, and when she woke up, her head hurt. For some reason, every part of her body ached, and she was hungry, extremely hungry. The next morning, when she left the house, she felt an urge to check Brahms' house. Was he there? Was he watching her? But he wasn't there, not even in his garden. Ava tried to forget last night. It was just a dream. So, how's your secret admirer? Still checking you out? You know, if you don't like him, you should tell him about me. He came over to my house yesterday. His name is Brahms. He gave me flowers. That's so sweet. I don't know why you don't like him. No, there's something about him. It's not sweet, it's creepy. I had a dream about him. Really? Wow. It's not what you think. It wasn't a dream. It was a nightmare. Ava was changing into her gym uniform when suddenly Chloe turned her around. Whoa, how did that happen? What? That bruise, it looks like something scratched you. Ava rushed to the mirror to take a look. Her heart raced as she stared at the scratch along her back. Last night, the dream, she saw him trying to grab her. And now, this? What is happening? Coincidences happened, but this was on another level. And things went on like this. Every night, Ava would be tormented by those same nightmares. And she would wake up to scratches and bruises on her body, even in the most odd of places. And then she started to have those symptoms. She not only felt the changes, the nausea, the vomiting, the cravings, and the weight gain, but she couldn't ignore the small bump she felt in her lower belly. And in all this, she never saw Brahms again. He didn't leave the house. Ava never spotted him through his window. And now, after 2 weeks, she found out she was pregnant. Ava sat down on her bed, not knowing what to do. Her blood ran cold as she feared the worst. No, I can't be pregnant. How can I be pregnant? I've never even been with a guy. How could this be possible? And how can I be pregnant overnight? How am I going to tell mom and dad? What are they going to think? Should I just get rid of it? Ava was losing her mind the more she thought about everything. Her mother had a bundle of her savings in the cabinet downstairs. Maybe she could sneak some money out of there. It was almost midnight. Ava slowly went downstairs. But just as she was to open the cabinet, her eyes caught sight of something. The roses Brahms had given her. It had been almost 2 weeks, and they were still fresh. Ava picked them up bewildered. Something wasn't right. Somehow she knew. Brahms, there was always something odd about him. All this started ever since he came into her life. It must be him. He must have done this to me. And there was only one thing she could do now. Confront him. Ava went across the road and knocked on his door. Brahms opened and looked at her, a strange smile creeping across his lips. Hello. What did you do to me? I don't know how you did it, but I know it was you. What do you mean? I'm pregnant. Since the day Brahms moved to McCall, he had his eyes on Ava. She's beautiful. She's of the proper age. But there was something more he needed to know about her. The day he gifted the roses to Ava, he had intentionally left the thorns uncut. And when she pricked her fingers, Brahms wiped the drop of blood and kept it with him. He planted a seed and watered it with a drop of her blood. And when it bloomed pure white. She's never been touched. She's pure. She's perfect. Brahms enchanted the rose, and every night, when it blossomed, its scent lured Ava to come to it in a trance. And every night, when Ava would come to him, Brahms would consummate their union before she would return back home. Ava thought she would wake up at 3 from her nightmares, but she wasn't waking up from her sleep, but from her trance, unable to remember anything that happened. And once Ava had conceived his child, the rose became red. It's complete. Ava became teary as she stared at Brahms. How? And why did you do this to me? You will know in due time. Go home. Seeing the dark look in his eyes, Ava nervously stumbled back. Devastated, she returned home. In due time. In due time. What is inside of me?
Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.
I'm sorry, child. I can't save you. After a lot of convincing, whining, and pestering her parents, Felicity finally got permission to go to a concert of her favorite band, Hexium. And tonight was the big night. Mom, Dad, how do I look? You look pretty, sweetheart. Do you really have to go? Yes, Dad, this isn't fair. You said I could go. Yes, I did. As Mr. Leroy regretted giving up to Felicity's demands, the parents heard the doorbell. Mrs. Leroy opened the door to see Kevin. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Leroy. Is Felicity ready? Yeah, totally, I'm ready. Felicity and Kevin have been friends for years now. And though nothing was official, Mr. and Mrs. Leroy knew they probably liked each other a little more than friends. But they never got in the way, as they liked Kevin. He was decent and respectful, and Mr. Leroy got along with him well. Kevin, don't listen to any of her crazy ideas, all right? Bring her back on time. You got it, Mr. Leroy. Don't worry. Kids these days. What was your daughter wearing? I really don't get how anybody could listen to that kind of music. Taste evolves with time, Roger. Don't be so outdated. Please, like it doesn't give you a headache. Who knows what they'll be doing there? That's besides the point. Don't worry so much. Kevin is with her and other people will be there too. It was a gloomy evening in Sealy Lake, Montana. The sky seemed as if it would rain. The concert was being held on a hillside near the Rockies. In this small mountain, there was rarely any big events, and when Hexium first announced their concert here, practically all the youth in town flocked to get a chance to see them. Hexium was a Gothic band of 5 musicians: Brahms, Cain, Jasper, Lucian, and Renwick. But while Kevin only liked them for Felicity, Felicity was a hardcore fan. And there was no way she was missing this, even if a storm raged on Sealy Lake. When they reached the hillside, the entire area was packed with people. Kevin, come on, let's go in the front. All right, let's go. Shuffling through the people, Kevin and Felicity made their way right in front of the stage. This is awesome. Isn't it a bit too loud here? The concert lasted for about 2 hours, in which Felicity had the time of her life, and Kevin humored her. The rain too had started to drizzle, but the band continued on, which made the experience even more worthwhile. Come on, Felicity. We should get going. Your dad's gonna be pissed. Yeah, I know, he's probably still waiting for me. But just about when they were to leave, they heard a voice behind them. They turned to see the band staff members. Excuse me, the band wants to meet you backstage. Felicity looked at her in shock. What? Me? Really? Yes, shall we go? Yeah, Kevin excitedly joined. But the woman stopped them. No, only her. Only her? Yes, let's go. The young woman escorted Felicity towards the stage, as Felicity quickly ushered Kevin. Don't worry, I'll bring you an autograph. It'll probably take like 5 minutes. Were you here with him? Was he supposed to drop you off? Yeah. Tell him to go back home. We'll drop you off. Kevin watched a bit disappointed when Felicity turned back and waved at him. Go home, Kevin! Before she went off with the woman. Walking around, Kevin sat down under some shade from the drizzle. Go home? I can't just leave her here on her own. What am I going to tell her parents? On the other hand, Felicity was escorted to the Hexium tour bus. Go in, they're waiting for you. Eager and excited, she pushed open the door and stepped inside. Her heart raced as she stood in front of them all. Hi, I can't believe I'm getting to meet you guys in person. The guys all strangely looked at her, with a smile creeping up their lips. You're so young and beautiful." Felicity blushed awkwardly as she said, "Thank you." "Sit down." Suddenly in the spotlight amidst the entire boy band, Felicity got a little nervous as she took a seat. The boys all leaned forward, intently staring at her from head to toe. So untouched. "Excuse me? You've never been with a man, have you? Relax. Have a drink with us." Felicity stared at the glass in Brahms' hand, not knowing if she should say no. "All right." "Perfect." When about an hour had gone by and Felicity hadn't returned, Kevin caught sight of the woman again and hurried to speak with her. "Where is Felicity?" "That girl? She left." "She left?" When the clock hit 11 p.m. and Felicity hadn't returned home, Mr. and Mrs. Leroy were awfully upset and concerned. Mr. Leroy had been pacing out in the lawn for the past hour when he suddenly noticed someone walking down the block. Felicity walked in as her father stormed towards her. "Where were you? Where is Kevin? I'll kill him. I warned you two not to be this late." "He's not with me." "Where is he then? And why did you walk home?" "The band dropped me off." "The band dropped you? And Kevin?" "He left after the concert. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed." Without saying much, Felicity walked past her parents and to her room. What's gotten into her? You think something happened? I'll find out. Seeing how unusually quiet their daughter was, frightened the parents more than angered them. Seeing Felicity go straight to bed, the parents decided to wait it out and didn't ask her anything. Late the next afternoon, Kevin dropped by. "Kevin?" "Hello, Mr. Leroy. How is Felicity? I was waiting for her last night and she just left." "She said the band dropped her. She's in her room. Sarah, can you call Felicity?" "I did. She doesn't want to meet anyone." "Strange." Over the next few days, Felicity had been extremely quiet. She sat in her room, she didn't go to school. And in the middle of the night, Mr. and Mrs. Leroy woke up to Felicity screaming from nightmares. Soon, it will be within you. And in all this, one morning, Mrs. Leroy went into Felicity's room to find her vomiting in her bathroom. "Felicity, are you all right? Open the door." After a while, Felicity opened. Mrs. Leroy was about to get hold of her when she noticed something in her hand, a pregnancy test. "Felicity, are you..." When Mr. Leroy found out, he was furious. He stormed out of his room and barged into Felicity's. "Roger, listen to me. Go easy on her. After all this, you're still defending her?" Felicity simply sat on her bed as her father looked at her. How did this happen? I could never imagine Kevin doing something like this. I always thought good of him. It's not him, Dad. What? I thought you guys liked each other. Then whose baby is this? Felicity was silent. You answer me right now, young lady. As Mr. Leroy was getting worked up, Mrs. Leroy asked, "Are you seeing one of the boys from the band?" "No, I don't know whose child this is." What? What do you mean you don't know? It could be any one of them. You have been with all 5 of them? Mr. Leroy was thundered seeing his daughter's behavior. Grabbing his wife, he stormed out of the room. You will not be going anywhere. You will stay locked in this room until we get rid of that baby. No, Dad, you can't do this to me. This is my baby, my child, my love. Felicity, have you gone mad? You don't even know who the father is. But I'm his mother. Mr. Leroy was stressed and absolutely astonished by what he learned. He didn't know what to do. In his anxiety, he searched up the band. They're having another concert. Mr. Leroy immediately drove out to their next destination and waited for the event to end as he kept an eye on the boys. As soon as they went backstage, he followed after. He would get a hold of them. "Excuse me, mister. You can't go beyond this point. I'm Roger Leroy, Felicity's father. I have to meet with the band. We weren't informed of any visitors. I'm sorry, sir. We can't allow you in." "Get out of my way." "Sir, please leave or we'll have to call the police." Mr. Leroy realized fighting wasn't going to get him to the boys. He needed another way. He waited till the numerous people left and the staff was busy packing up. When he sneaked towards the Hexium tour bus. But just as he was to enter, he froze hearing a strange chanting hymn. Through the space, he watched inside, horrified by what he saw. What are they doing? What happened, Roger? These people, they're involved in some dark business. They've done something to Felicity. What did they do? I don't know. We have to save our daughter. Mr. Leroy strictly warned his wife not to allow Felicity out of the house. And for the next days, they kept a good eye on her. But it was one night, Felicity managed to unlock her door. Felicity? Dear? What are you doing here? How did you get out of your room? Sometime in the middle of the night, Kevin suddenly got a call from Felicity. "Kevin, please help me. I'm in trouble. What happened? Come to the house, Kevin. Please." "All right, I'll be right there." Hearing Felicity's voice, Kevin knew something wasn't right. But when Felicity brought him in, he was horrified to discover her, strewn in blood. What happened? Felicity trembled as she pointed to her parents' room. They're no more, Kevin. I'm scared. I don't know how. I wasn't myself. Kevin, I'm pregnant. And they found out. What? You're pregnant? There's something wrong with me, Kevin. But I can't go to jail. I have a child in my womb. Please, help me, Kevin. Do you love me? Please, Kevin. You're the only person who can help me. What do you want me to do? Take the blame on yourself. For my sake. For this child's sake. It wasn't long before the police arrived at the house and immediately got hold of Felicity and Kevin. How did this happen? Felicity anxiously stared at Kevin, and after a moment of silence, Kevin confessed. It was me. I did this. Felicity watched as the paramedics took her parents, and the police handcuffed Kevin and took him away. Alas, everything worked as planned. It's complete. She will conceive soon. That night, after Mr. Leroy had gone to meet Hexium, Felicity had snuck out and met them as well. They found out. They locked me up in my room. Your parents, they won't understand our love. They'll try to get rid of this baby. Don't let that happen. They're our enemies. Finish them before they finish our love. It was then, on their insistence, Felicity took the life of her parents to protect her own child, and then cunningly used Kevin to get away with it. Now, there was nothing that could get in her way. Soon, you'll be born, a symbol of our love. We have complete control of her now. She'll do anything we tell her. But how do you think she's going to react when she realizes she will have to sacrifice her own child to our Lord? Only time will tell.
Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.